More than a year after Hurricane Ida struck the Louisiana coast, people in Grand Isle are still working to rebuild.
And they're doing everything they can to return home to the island. Rob Krieger has their story from Grand Isle.
August 31st, 2 days after Hurricane Ida. Getting to Grand Isle nearly impossible. The roads warped, paths swamped, and infrastructure virtually non-existent after the winds from Ida twisted the island, turning it into a veritable war zone. Homes obliterated, businesses beaten, the protective levee system gnarled, defeated. This island took one of the worst hits anyone here had ever seen.
Well, I mean, we literally thought that our place was going to be sticks. We thought it was going to be demolished. Our neighbor that was literally 50 feet from us, the neighbor across the street on the beach side, his roof came off and ended up in my neighbor's place, basically in his bathroom, and completely wiped him out.
Mike Marshak lives on Grand Isle now. His dream home, real estate, was completed just a few weeks before the storm hit Louisiana.
Our downstairs was just about finished, and we packed everything up and went up the bayou. We live in Raceland, and hoped and prayed that, you know, our dream home was going to be okay.
About a week later, he was able to get back to his property on LA1, a slight relief despite the devastation he had to pass through to get here.
We could see our roof, so we knew we had structure. Of course, it brought us both to our knees, you know, but on the front that faces the beach, there was a foot or so, 2 feet of sand and water all the way across the front. So the sand and water was literally blowing through the floor plates of the camp. I can't imagine. And when we came, our ex-members, our cross members that are bolted through and through to the pylons had an inch of slack in every one of them. So that camp was moving that much.
It's the kind of scene that would make some scramble away from the coast, away from the edge of Louisiana, away from a place where you're only safe vaulted into the sky. And even then, who knows what comes next. But for Marshak, he just can't turn his back on this beach.
Every day I'm here, I fall more and more in love with this place. It's the people, the people that come and go, the effort that's put in here. You meet people from all over the country, sometimes the world.
Oh, we love it, yeah. This is our getaway.
Kirk Venable has made Grand Isle his getaway for decades. After Ida, he knew it would take visitors like him to keep the island alive. And even with an influx of people hitting the sand this summer, he knows it could take some time to catch a full recovery.
It's still bad, yeah. I mean, it's starting to come back, but they still got a long way to go, too.
It's a sentiment shared by Buggy Vegas over at Bridgeside Marina. The iconic bait shop and deli welcomes fishermen as they crest the island's only access point. But after Ida, the marina was less than welcoming.
When we got here, it was like we thought it was done, but we seen a couple of buildings up, and it gave us hope. And really, Dolly and I, at our age, we was on the fence. But the kids, they wanted to be here. That, you know, we're important to Grand Isle, and Grand Isle is important to us. So
it's that deep-rooted love for the island that kept Vegas and his crew going. Not a single employee quit after Ida. Now he shored up his fuel tanks, rebuilt the staircases, and thwarted off an attempt from an out-of-towner to buy the place, even if the offer was tempting.
Guys came here to buy us out. You know, when it happened, he had 2 checks. So you bring another one, it's yours. You never come back. You know, we talked that, but we're not, you know, where we go.
Because Grand Isle is home to so many. Even the people who live elsewhere keep coming back year after year.
I love the crabbing. Actually, the crabbing seems better this year. It's probably one of the best years that I've caught crabs.
Fishing and crabbing and throwing a cast net and setting crab traps, and then you get to experience inviting your new and old friends over to your camp and cooking it and boiling it and just enjoying, you know. I think it's part of the culture, and it's deep rooted in the culture of Louisiana.
One, I don't have no crime. The windows can be open. You see them? They can't wait no more. They lost everything. They left their big homes and followed up there. They want to live right here in the water where it's quiet and where they can retire and enjoy life. There's nowhere else in the world. Right now, I could take a cast net, catch you some shrimp, go check 3 crab traps. You got all the seafood you want. You can live off this island.
Mayor David Comedel continues to fight for this island, for a piece of Louisiana so unique. Once you get a taste, it's hard to give it up.
You know, you can't do this in Destin, put lights on to catch trout and redfish and flounders. Just a few nights ago, right here, they're floundering all along. They caught 10, 15 flounders, beautiful flounders. You know, they're catching crabs, they're throwing cast nets, catching shrimp. So we just want to save our little place, you know.
I've talked to people that have retired here from Minnesota that went up and down the coast from the Florida Panhandle over to Texas. And they were looking to build a place or buy a place to retire on the beach. This is where they decided, you know, that because they did their homework. They went to the different beach sites and places like that and said none of them are like this place.
A place like nowhere else, where seafood is celebrated, good times just a few steps away, and life on the water is ever present. Even if the gifts Mother Nature gives also come with tragedy, Grand Isle will continue to rise from the sands.
I mean, what it's done in a year has amazed me. I mean, I can't believe how far the effort and the cleanup and the rebuilding has come in a year. It's absolutely amazing.
But we're gonna survive one way or the other. As long as there's one grain of sand to plant the American flag, we ain't going nowhere.
This place is Grand Isle strong. Grand Isle strong.
And that was Rob Krieger reporting. The mayor says a project to shore up the Chenier Caminada side of Grand Isle is underway. Just one more step in the effort to protect Louisiana's only inhabited barrier island.